Is that why you're asking why I like if I like apples? That's the one. Did I just get a first try? So you're telling me there's that goddamn one where like, all right, apple dragon. Well, you didn't need to spoil that it's a dragon. I just love that there was that bug at the beginning of the game that you guys were like, this is the most common encounter ever, and I just couldn't fucking find it. And then this one's a 10%, and I just find it immediately. Yeah, the bug was 30% and took me like 10 attempts. This thing's 10%, and I just get it immediately. It's not dragon in this version. What do you mean? Like it's only dragon and sword? Streaming versus playing spoiler-free, pick one. Well, I have been streaming for nearly 10 years now, and usually things don't get spoiled. Who's that? Nitro. So, I don't think that's exactly a defense. You're wrong, it's always dragon. First hanging live on stream, grass and dragon. Well, that's actually kind of a cool type combo. Right, name from the chat. Fun fact, I've been streaming since before Twitch TV was around. I used to stream on Justin TV, which is owned by the same people, and Ustream TV, way back in the day. That was before XSplit, that was before, OBS. Whew, I used Flash Live Media Encoder. What terrible software that was. Landed on Marine Shark. Everybody loves Marine Land. And all the Canadians are now mad at me because they now have that song stuck in their head. I think I might put this on my team. I'm curious. Add it to my party now. Who will I get rid of? Maggie Fall. Sorry, this Wooloo thing really isn't pulling its weight. Yay, Canada! You're not the brightest, are you? I love you can whistle right next to a trainer and they don't turn around. Is this the daycare? Pokemon nursery. Okay, it's the daycare. Oh, sure. Okay. I'll take your free Pokemon. Is it poison? Because I love poison type. I mean, his name is Toxel. Oh, electric and poison. Is that a new type combo? I can't think of one right now like that. That's cool. It looks kind of like it's from a generic cartoon. It doesn't actually look like a Pokemon to me. Huh. Landed on Mr. Super Tuba. Let's go, Super Tuba. There we go. In the box. Don't know why you gave me this Pokemon, lady. Oh, and thanks for the... Don't take candy from strangers, kids. Favorite YouTuber, thank you. Dude, you gotta fix your posture. That's really bad. Might take your place as one of your favorite Pokemon. What will? Toxel's evolved form? I don't know, I'm skeptical. I don't like how it looks right now. Put the purple Pokemon Bear Thief spot. No, Bear Thief is the best guy on my team right now. In terms of damage output. What is the instrument that he has? Is it like a satanic Vuvuzela? So like a regular Vuvuzela? Don't shut me away in the box. Mah-Dry-Bread. That's not even my username. Team Yell. Alright, I would love Team Yell if it just played a voice clip every time one sent out a Pokemon and just goes, huh! That would be the funniest fucking thing. Can that please be a thing? Pre-show starting. Yep. I'm still going for like another half an hour though. I'm going until the show starts because I'm not watching it live. I'm watching it on like a half an hour to an hour delay because Fatima's gonna be home a little bit later. It evolves based on nature. That's interesting. You don't really need to tell me every detail, though. Please stop roasting me. I will never stop. Oh, I make fun of everything. It's a comedy show. Don't worry about it. Your video today was awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. I love that I got a fucking shout out on Twitter by, I got a shout out on Twitter by Travis Banks for giving him a shout out, and he asked me for the shout out, and I got a shout out. YouTube's weird, guys. Are any of your Pokemon challenges going to be in Gen 6 or later anytime soon? I got no idea. I haven't played Gen 6 in my life, and I haven't beaten Gen 7, and I'm one gym into Gen 8. So, I haven't even beaten one of those gens yet. Will I be kicked for asking who Travis Banks is? He's a badass. That's who he is. He's an awesome pro wrestler. And turns out he's a fan of the show, which is fucking cool. Doesn't evolve based on nature. Nature plays a factor aesthetically, though. People have got a Bulbapedia shit before they tell me. I swear to God, just how often I get told something, I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I commit it to memory, and then a minute later, someone's like, that's not how that works, and I'm like, well, great. I need to get the memory scoop now and dig that out of my head. Oh, I like Sableye. I almost forgot the name. Favorite gen in terms of Pokemon? I don't know. Where did you come up with Mah-Dry-Bread? I didn't. A friend did, back in high school. And it was my nickname. It was actually my nickname long before it was my username. I actually did a whole interview in which that was asked. I want to switch Pokemon. Oh, what am I doing? Dark. No, because he's dark and... Oh, yeah, so that's not super... It would work. It would work. Unless he uses a dark move. No, I'm good. Sorry. I was trying to remember all the type combos. When I always have a hard time remembering what dark resists and is weak against. But I always remember what is good against, because it's good against the exact same things as Ghost. Unless the advent of Fairy type has changed that. Because I'm still not very used to Fairy type. Bug fairy fighting. Yes, I never remember bug. I'm not familiar with fairy, but I knew fighting. You know, a lot of people are lacking noses in this game. He's got a tiny, tiny nose. Oh my god. Fucking... Sorry, it's just... someone bringing up COPPA. Because in the premiere earlier today for Pokemon Challenge, just non-stop, like every 30 seconds, people bring up COPPA, to the point that I just had to ask, like, guys, can we not talk about COPPA right now? Now's like, not the right time. I'll bring up COPPA real quick, because now is a better time to address it, because I can address it on the channel, and I can address it, like, verbally, and so more people are going to see it rather than, like, in a chat where it just flies away. Super short version for people who want to catch up on what the hell COPPA is. It's an FCC regulation that is being applied. It's not new, it's getting applied differently right now. On January 1st towards YouTube, the incredibly short and simple version, because there's a lot of iffy language and no one knows exactly... FTC, sorry, yes. No one knows exactly how it's getting put in place. Like, there's multiple people going multiple different ways on how it's working. There's literal lawyers that say one thing and then other literal lawyers that say other things, so nobody really knows. The language is very vague. But, essentially, it could remove all targeted ads from YouTube on entire channels in a very broad, wide, sweeping way. And that could lower your income by estimates range between 60% and 90%. No one really knows for sure, and it's kind of iffy. And it's whatever is determined as for kids. You would only get general adverts, which are worth much less. Yeah, MatPat said 80 to 90, but other estimates have it at 60 to 90. I would say 70 to 90 is more accurate, just from my knowledge. But really, it could be anything. I would be shocked if it was less than 60. And the thing is, no one really knows what it's going to hit. There's mixed information coming from both the FTC and from YouTube and from a lot of sources. There's literal lawyers on YouTube that are saying one thing, and then others are saying the other thing. Nobody really knows. Everybody thinks they know because the one guy they watch said one thing. It's really up in the air. All we know is it sucks. And is it going to go through like that? I don't know. There's over a month for it to get reworked. They're open to public hearing. You don't even need to be in America to be able to send in your opinion on this. I actually went on the American government website where they're taking public comments, and I wrote a public comment. I actually publicly included my name and my email and everything because I didn't want it to be anonymous. So you can actually find it on the government website if you want. And you just say what country you're from, and you explain, like I explained why it's bad, how I got the job that I have, how it would impact my job, and I explained how I was planning, like literally I've been planning on moving to the United States soon, but that if this goes through, I genuinely will not have the money to do so. That it would be cheaper to live there, but that I wouldn't have the money to move in the first place if this were to impact me the way it seems it's going to. And how I would be bringing my job with me if I went there, creating more jobs, getting them more tax revenue, stuff like that. So I explained, this is how it hurts your tax income as a country. This is how it hurts your immigration rate. Here's how it hurts me as a Canadian. Here's how it hurts YouTubers as YouTubers. So I think I did a pretty good job. What's your real first name? My name is Madrot Stowe. If you want to look up my name on the government website to find my public comment, it's all public. I made mine non-anonymous. The only thing that they said they wouldn't share in it is the address, because you have to put your address if you're going to be not anonymous, but they said that they're not going to share address, obviously, because that would be really bad. It does share my email, but it's a public email. And my name's always been public information, so I don't mind. I'm Canadian? Yes. I'm currently in Oakville, Ontario, Canada. Rotom bike. Why do something separately that is child friend? It's a very complicated issue. I don't really want to go even more into it, considering everybody just had to listen to that shit already. Ooh, that control's a little weird. I guess it makes sense. It would. Oh, and then if I hit B, I go real fast. Okay. Is it from hitting B? Or is it from spinning? Oh, it just... I don't know what caused it. Maybe it's just because I was going for long enough. How is it in Canada? Depends on where. We're the second largest nation in the world. I gotta go heal. Back to something fun. I agree. If I'm gonna be talking about something fun, I'm not gonna be talking about how it is in Canada. Because I live in Ontario, which is nicknamed Onterrible by Canadians. That's cool, you're in Mississauga? I used to live in Mississauga a few years ago. I used to live on Streetsville. Burlington? I used to live in Burlington for a long time, actually. From when I was 10 to 16, I lived in Burlington. Up in Sandcherry Drive? I think that was the area. I don't remember. Sandcherry Grove? Something like that. It was a nice area. Well above our pay grade, but, you know, my dad worked for a construction company there, so we got a massive, massive discount on moving in. Have a certain place in the States in mind? I guess it'd be LA, California. Oh, God, no. God, no. I hate California. I hate California with a passion. No, I'm considering either Georgia or North Carolina. The cost of living there is much lower. You're from Toronto. I used to live in Toronto for a year. You been all over the GTA? Yeah. Yeah, California is like my most hated place in the United States. I would never be able to move there. It's got like everything I hate. I would rather, because like right here where I live, to buy a house that is like 2,000 square foot is over $1 million. But if I live in a place of the same population in North Carolina or in Georgia, to buy a house that's 2,000 square feet is only $200,000. It is over 5 times cheaper. Over 5 times cheaper. And the tax is lower, and the cost of living is lower from like food to goods to everything. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind moving to the States. The southeast of the States seems like a nice place to be.